Cold mornings and warm afternoons create a daily clothing dilemma. You step outside early and feel chilled, so you dress warmly. A few hours later, the same outfit feels heavy, uncomfortable, and too hot. Nothing dramatic changed. The season is the same. The weather forecast was accurate. Yet your comfort shifts completely during the day. This happens because temperature is not a fixed experience. It's influenced by light, movement, and how your body produces and releases heat over time. Layering works not because it adds warmth, but because it allows your clothing to adapt as your body and environment change. Why temperature feels different during the day. Morning cold feels sharper because your body is still warming up. After sleep, circulation is slower, muscles are relaxed, and heat production is low. At the same time, the sun is weaker, surfaces are cold, and air temperature hasn't risen yet. All of this makes the morning feel colder than the number on a thermometer suggests. As the day progresses, several things change. Sunlight warms the environment, even if the air temperature doesn't rise much. Your body becomes more active, muscles generate heat, and circulation improves. Simply moving through the day increases internal warmth. This is why afternoons often feel warmer than mornings, even with similar temperatures. Your body is producing more heat, and the environment is helping you keep it. Clothing that felt necessary in the morning can quickly become excessive later on. Understanding this daily shift is key. The problem isn't unstable weather. It's treating temperature as static when it's actually dynamic. The problem with one heavy layer. Wearing one heavy layer seems like a simple solution. Dress warmly once and forget about it. But heavy garments are designed for constant cold, not changing conditions. They trap heat efficiently, and then refuse to let it go. In the morning, a thick jacket or sweater may feel comforting. But as your body warms up, that same garment becomes a problem. Heat builds up, moisture accumulates, and insulation starts working against you instead of for you. The result is overheating followed by sudden cooling once activity slows down. Heavy layers are also harder to adjust. You can't fine-tune warmth. It's either on or off. This lack of flexibility is why people often feel uncomfortable during transitional parts of the day. Layering solves this not by adding more clothing but by allowing control. One heavy layer locks you into a single temperature state. Layers allow you to respond as the day changes. Layers as temperature control. Layers work because they give you control, not just warmth. Instead of relying on one garment to handle every condition, layering allows you to adjust insulation gradually as your body and environment change throughout the day. Each layer plays a small role. Together, they create a flexible system that can trap heat when you need it and release it when you don't. When the morning is cold, layers work together to hold warm air close to your body. As the day warms up, removing a layer reduces insulation without exposing you directly to cold air. This gradual adjustment is what makes layering effective. You don't shock your body by suddenly overheating or cooling down. You stay within a comfortable range, even as conditions shift. Layers also respond better to movement. As you walk, sit, or become more active, clothing can adapt instead of fighting your body. Temperature control isn't about staying warm all the time. It's about avoiding extremes. Layering makes that balance possible. The role of the base layer. The base layer is the foundation of the entire system. It sits closest to your skin and directly affects how warmth and moisture are managed. If the base layer doesn't work well, the rest of the layers can't compensate. A good base layer helps regulate temperature by keeping your skin dry and comfortable. Your body releases moisture constantly, even in cool weather. If that moisture stays on the skin, it increases heat loss and makes cold feel sharper. The base layer's job is to manage this process gently and consistently. Unlike heavy garments, the base layer doesn't aim to trap large amounts of heat. Its role is stability. It creates a comfortable microclimate against the skin, allowing upper layers to focus on insulation and protection. This is why base layers are critical in transitional weather. They keep you comfortable in the morning and prevent overheating later. When the first layer works well, everything on top of it works better too. Mid-layers and air trapping. Mid-layers are responsible for most of your warmth, especially during cold mornings. Their main job is not to block wind or manage moisture, but to trap air. This trapped air acts as insulation, slowing heat loss and keeping warmth close to the body. A good mid-layer creates space without bulk. It holds its shape instead of collapsing against the skin. This allows small air pockets to form and stay stable as you move. In the morning, when your body produces less heat, these air pockets make a noticeable difference in comfort. Mid-layers also work well in transitional conditions because they are easy to adjust. As the day warms up, removing a mid-layer reduces insulation without exposing your skin directly to cold air. This prevents sudden temperature drops and helps your body adapt smoothly. Unlike heavy outer garments, mid-layers respond quickly to changes. They provide warmth when needed and disappear from the system when they're not. This flexibility is why they are so effective for cold mornings that turn into warmer afternoons. Outer layers and wind protection. The outer layer's role is protection, not insulation. Its main job is to shield the layers underneath from wind, light rain, and early morning chill. Wind strips heat away by disturbing the warm air trapped inside your clothing. An outer layer prevents that from happening. In the morning, when temperatures are low and air feels sharper, wind protection makes warmth feel stable. Even a thin outer layer can dramatically improve comfort by keeping cold air from penetrating your insulation system. As the day warms up, the outer layer often becomes the first thing to remove. Once wind and cold air are no longer a threat, insulation underneath can handle the remaining temperature changes. This is why outer layers should be lightweight and easy to take off. Effective layering treats the outer layer as a shield, not a heater. When it blocks wind without adding unnecessary bulk, the entire system works more smoothly throughout the day. Removing layers without getting cold. One of the biggest fears with layering is taking something off and instantly feeling cold. This usually happens when layers are removed too suddenly or in the wrong order. Layering works best when insulation is reduced gradually, not all at once. The key is to remove layers as your body warms up, not after you start overheating. When you feel slightly warm, that's usually the right moment to adjust. Waiting too long leads to sweating, and sweat makes cooling much faster once a layer comes off. Removing mid-layers first is often the most effective approach. This reduces insulation while keeping wind protection and base layer comfort intact. Your skin stays covered, moisture remains controlled, and the temperature shift feels gentle instead of abrupt. Good layering allows you to respond early and smoothly. Instead of reacting to discomfort, you stay ahead of it. This is what prevents the cycle of overheating, sweating, and suddenly feeling cold again later in the day. Why layering feels more comfortable over time? Layering feels more comfortable because it creates thermal stability. Instead of forcing your body to constantly adapt to extremes, layers keep temperature changes small and manageable. Warmth doesn't spike, and cold doesn't hit suddenly. Over time, this stability reduces physical stress. Your body doesn't need to switch rapidly between heat production and heat conservation. Circulation stays more balanced, muscles stay relaxed, and energy isn't wasted trying to regulate temperature. Layering also works with time, not against it. As the day changes, your clothing changes with you. Insulation adjusts, airflow increases or decreases, and comfort stays relatively constant even though conditions don't. This is why layered outfits often feel easier to wear for long hours. They don't demand constant attention or correction. Instead, they quietly support your body as the environment shifts, from cold mornings to warm afternoons.